Hey guys, MC here, back again with another video. This time bringing you BAIWEI's Toys knockoff of Scourge from Rise of the Beasts. I was able to pick this up a little while ago. It was on sale. I do believe it's still on sale, and I don't know if it's always on sale, but it's on sale if you guys want it. It is a 1-to-1 of the Studio Series version with a little bit of upgrades. Since the Studio Series 1 seems to be quite pricey at the moment, unless they re-release it. I would hope so, because they just re-released the Prime from the same movie, so here's hoping maybe down the road, later this year, they re-release this guy, and I'm able to get the official one. This would be just a stand-in. I mean, I don't really care. It's a good quality toy. I do like it. The transformation's fun. It's durable and it's sturdy. It's got some metal in it, so it's nice and hefty. So yeah, let's dig right in and check him out. So as far as the packaging goes, here we go. Right here you get a nice picture here from, I think, the movie, in a way. It's kind of blurry. It's not the best image quality, but it's pretty good. Checking around the back here, you can see some product shots. Got his arm blades here, the accessories that it comes with, the extra opposable arm, trans warp key, a chain, his cannon, and optional shoulder pieces. But yeah, it's the same as the Studio Series 1. If you have it, then you already know how it is. There is that. There's that onion down at the bottom, made in China as usual. Can't read any of that, but let's check him out. So here is Scourge, and again, he is a leader class. Pretty good figure. I do like displaying him on my shelf with the rest of my primes and the Autobots. I don't really have anything for size comparison right now, but I do have animated Bumblebee right here. As you can see, he is, I think, a deluxe class, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he is a deluxe class, so how he compares comes up to the middle of his thigh, so he is a pretty tall figure, pretty chunky as well. Take a look at the head sculpt here. Pretty nice. Got the red beady eyes behind him there. It is a light pipe, so I don't know if my lights can show off, but I don't think so, but it's pretty good light piping back there. Overall, a good sculpt, nice shiny silver. Overall, a really good paint quality overall on the robot here. And like I said, he's quite hefty. He does have metal in him. This little part right here is die cast. I believe the center crotch area is a little bit of die cast. A little bit of die cast in the chest here. But so it gives him a nice weight. So he's not going to be tipping over really easily. And posability, he is pretty spot on to the original. So yeah, let's get down to posability. Let's go with arms here. The shoulder blade does go all the way up here. This does adjust out of the way. Arms can go pretty much overhead on both sides. Just a transformation. Move that out of the way real quick. So yeah, he could do that. They can go down. It just kind of looks weird where the hinge is at. So you want to pop that off. There is a bicep swivel up here. Arms can go about that far. It does have a little bit of back movement. Because of the accessory, this arm does pop off. And you can attach the other arm. There's a little key slot there. It just lines up to that. And it just pegs on. It does have a little bit of waist rotation. Not much, just because the backpack gets in the way. No ab crunch. Head is on a ball joint. You can look up that far, look down for a penny, and he does swivel from side to side and all the way around. So yeah, pretty good posability up top. As far as down below, you can kick about that far back, not too much. It is ratcheted really well, about 90 degrees ratchet. You can go forward pretty far, about that far up. Feet are on a hinge here, no rotation or anything like that, just because of transformation. And then, yeah, no, like I said, got a little bit of waist articulation there. So pretty posable in the ways you want them to be in. So yeah, pretty good figure, pretty nicely detailed all the way around. Like the smokestacks, the clear plastic windows, they finally fixed it from the original one. It's just screwed in. It's not, the whole thing is plastic. It's not gonna self-destruct after a couple of years. So yeah, pretty good figure. As far as accessories, here is the chain. There's really no wrong way to do it. I mean, you can drape it over his chest if you like, kind of replicate a little bit of the movie. You can do it that way. I don't like putting it on there. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I like the figure as it is. So the other arm, so this one right here, let's check this arm out first before I change it out. So this one isn't articulated. It's just like the one you would get from Hasbro itself. It just opens up like that. It's a little flexible, but not crazy. Mine, from just sitting in here, the arms are kind of, fingers, whatever you want to call the claws, are kind of distorted. It does allow the cannon, which this comes with, to plug in on this side here, and he's able to grip around it to make it kind of cool look like in the show, or in the movie. So he can hold it pretty well. You get the arm right, not bad. And then for the other arm, we'll just take his arm off there. It is pretty well articulated. There it is there. It's got pins on the ends here, so you can get a nice, cool little claw machine pose if you wanted to grab some stuff with. But the cannon cannot go into here, and that is because, take this off, this does have a little peg right in the center there that this nicely sits in. This one, on the other hand, does not. I wish they would have had it on there. It'd have been kind of cool to plug this in with these more articulated claws, just to have more posability and fun with it. But it keys in the same way. It's got a little slot. Just line it up to the arm and just peg it in. And you're able to use this arm for transformation as well, compared to the original one there. And his arm likes to pop off for me just because his arm is a little stiffer than the other side. The other accessory would be the transwarp key. It's pretty cool. I did get the official Optimus Primal, so I do have an original one that comes with that one. This is a nice extra, just in case I want to keep that one sealed, and if this gets lost, oh well, I do have the original one. So a nice little accessory. And then the extra shoulder pads that have a couple of Autobot logos all the way around, some Maxima logos, Decepticon. And then with these, what you want to do is, they're just tabbed in here, you just want to take them out. It's pretty simple. Just unpeg it there, and I do believe it's going to be this side, and you just plop it back in place the same way. It stops fighting me. Go to your home. 1 second. Alright, so there it is. They're kind of compared to the original one there. You can't use this for transformation. Obviously, it's a different size and doesn't have the connector bits that you need to attach the backpack to it. So I don't really display it this way. I just rather have the normal stuff on her, which is fine. Maybe down the road I'll put these on her if I could find some stickers to make them look like the logos. So yeah, not bad. Adds to the replay ability of the toy. So let's get back his original fender back on here, slash hood. And actually, it just clips in nicely there, and I just pulls it back to where you want it. So yeah, nice little figure overall. Other thing here, you got his scythe slash blade. It does slide into his arm like the original one here, and it does fold out, so you can have the complete one. And then if you pop open his hand, just like that, you can extend the blade out so he can grip it in his hands. And just focus that around, and then there we go. You can hold it like in the movie. But I like to have it behind the sand just because it looks pretty sick that way. You just slash people at a moment's notice. So yeah, nice character. I do like the robot mode. So yeah, let's get this guy down to transformation and see how cool he is. First thing I like to do is when you get the feet ready. Feet are pretty simple. What you want to do is bring this outward and then try to flip this forward and then oh yeah, sorry. Let's redo that. So what you want to do is bring this outward, bring the foot, bring this around, and then that's going to go back this way. It's going to be this peg. Sorry, it's going to be that peg is going to go into that little notch there. It's just going to sit in there flush. Same thing for the other side. Bring this out, bring this forward, swing this up, and just tab that in place, just like that. Next thing we're going to do is twist the thigh around because there's a little peg here. There's a hole on the other side, so I'm bring this around. You're going to peg that into there. Same thing for the other side, just twist this around, peg that into there. But first, before I forget, there is a little peg right here you want to pop out with your finger. I'll show you why in a moment. And then just pop that in place. And then that peg is going to peg into the other foot so that sits in there nicely. So it's not going to go anywhere. And then while you're here, I like to pop these tires. These do pop out just to be flush with the front tires here. Since he is a dually, and this kind of gives the impression of being a said dually, they like to fight you sometimes. So there we go. Tap that back in. And now we can focus on the front here. So what you want to do with the front, fold his blade in and get his weapon back into his arm. It's fully extended, I do believe. If not, I'll fix it myself here, but I do believe it goes this way. Or no, it does not. Give me 1 second. Alright, so no, just keep his arm on like that. That way we can make it a little bit easier. There's 2 tabs here. You want to bring these out. And his chest doesn't peg real, not too bad. Bring out the backpack. And then you just want to unfold all of it out. And it tucks in there pretty well. And then we want to do is remove that there. Bring these out. Bring those arms down like that. And then just fold this around to the back. And it's just going to sit right there. Same verse for the other side. Bring this around. Just make sure there's clearance. And then just make sure everything lines up and just sits there nicely. Just like that. So just look like that. And then what you want to do is set here. Sorry guys, haven't transformed in a while. A couple of mistakes I made here. So let's keep the legs apart. You'll see why in a minute. Pull the sword all the way forward and fold it in half like this, and then you're allowed to bring this around until it sits right behind his head. And then on the back side, let's just move some stuff out of the way. Get this out of the way for right now. You want to tuck the sword underneath his legs down here, and you want to bring this up and over and peg in the foot just like that. That way it holds the sword in and it's not going to drag on the floor, and it kind of sits neatly like that underneath, right by his crotch basically. And yeah, just like that. That way it gives you nice clearance. Otherwise it starts bumping into things and it's a headache to transform. So let's bring his arm back this way and just let it sit there. And then next thing here we want to do is unclip this, which will unclip the tire. And then bring this up and around. At the same time, you bring the grill up, just like that. And then just hold it there for a moment, and then you want to pop this tire out of here. bring this around. You don't want to peg it just yet. You'll see why. So we're going to work on the top of the truck. Bring this back down. And then you want to unfold this from the inside. And then this from the inside as well on the other one. So we get the smokestacks up. And then you kind of want to sit this down. Just like that. This is going to go right inside the trunk, or the hood. And then just line it up. There we go. And then just peg that into the slots there. And then now you can peg in the tires on each side. We'll move the grill out of the way for right now. And then the grill, what you want to do is those two tabs there are going to go into those two slots on the inside. And just kind of wiggle it in there just a little bit. There we go, just like that. And then just adjust these bumper pieces accordingly. And then now he can fly. I don't think he flew in the show like that, but in the movie it'd be funny though. Move these smokestacks off to the side, they will peg into place. And then just bring that out for now. Same thing with the other side, just move them up a little bit. So they peg in place just like that. And then just bring this down. I am being summoned apparently. And then there is a little tab here, and that's going to go right into his legs. And there's a little tab on the inside, kind of hard to show, but it should go in there as well. Nice and neatly, just like that. And the hand just moves out of the way. So you got one side done, pretty clean. And then this side here, the same story. So you kind of see the tab. It's this one there, it's going to go right into the door there. So just bring that down, try to line everything up as best as you can. And there we go, pop that in. And we are all set. And there is Scourge in his truck mode, and I do like this a lot. I've seen images of the original one. It still looks the same to me. I mean, there are some modifications to this compared to the Hasbro release one, but I like this mold. I don't like the back end. Even the Hasbro one has this. I wish they would have found a way to make this look more trucky, or have this kind of fold up to be like the hitch or whatnot. And the hand, even with the non-articulated hand, it sits the same way and it doesn't really store any better. So you kind of have that left over. Nothing too crazy. Nice truck mode. It does roll really well, as truck things should roll, just because the wheels are nicely pinned on. And then to finish it up, you do have the cannon. It does pop off. You do have to break the seam, and it's a pain in the butt to get this open. Give me 1 second here. Alright, so yeah, pain in the butt. You just got to use your fingernails if you have any, and then just kind of pegs there. 2 ball joints on here. You can move it around and stuff. So to get this in the proper orientation, I forget how it's done. I think it's like this. And then it's just going to peg on the tabs right here and right here. I believe it's this way. Yeah, it's this way, just to get the hands out of the way. Just want to do one side at a time. And then just peg this one here. So it finishes off that look. I guess he had this in the movie. I just think it looked better there than it is here. It kind of looks off to me. I mean, it hides his hands a little better, but I wish they would have done some difference to it. It does work with Novocaine and Freezer if you have them. I do have Novocaine, I just don't know where he's at, but he will plug into the back side over here, just like the Hasbro release of this. And so you have a little gun century up there, and I think it'll look cooler that way too. But yeah, pretty good robot. I will try to link the site down below. It was TFSafari. I'll add the link. That way you guys can obtain him if you desire, if you don't have the original copy. You don't want to pay the $100 that I've seen him go for. So a good figure overall. So yeah, that is the review for the BAIWEI Toys Scourge. I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll catch you around another time. Take care and have a good night.